And match 6 getting us off and running. Aaron Monk versus Paul Nicholls. Aaron Monk was the nearest challenger at the beginning of the day, but 2 defeats in 2 was put paid to his challenge at finishing top. Paul confirmed. As the champion of this Icons of Darts Live League, joining Jason Askew, who won the previous 2 weeks. Aaron Monk's been really below par today.
30.
Was involved in a real scrappy encounter with Adam Huckvale. In terms of the daily league, Andy Jenkins and Adam Huckvale are currently tied at the top with 2 wins and 2.
100.
$99.
$140.
Paul starting the brighter of the 2 here.
10.
$180.
And certainly starting the brighter of the 2. Paul Nicholson down to 81 after 9 darts throw.
7.
Against the Aaron Monk throw.
$49.
And just sensibly sets up.
$140.
Giving 1.
A breaker throw for Paul Nicholson, 13 darts. He leaves Aaron Monk well in his bed there, and a breaker throw. And is it going to be more misery for Aaron Monk? He just can't get anything going today, but that was a bright start from Paul Nicholson.
$97.
$10.
$100.
Yeah, 36. 93.
$100.
$60.
$140.
140 for Paul again, and he's looking to extend his lead. He didn't
10.
have the best of games against Andy Jenks, but like we said, we forgive him for that. He's been outstanding this week. Only 4 defeats. 2 against Andy Jenkins, 2 against James Hubbard. Looking to double his lead, double quick time here. He does. 13 to break and a 15 to hold, and this is an impressive start to the match for the asset.
So,
this was his closest rival at the beginning of proceedings, but he led by 6 points. He now leads by 8. because he beat the in here 10, and it's been all too comfortable, and it just hasn't happened so far today for Aaron Monk. He's got one more game to come against the Brazilian Diogo Portela, which is our penultimate match of this early session.
10.
$140.
140.
Better. Paul, that average in the bottom right-hand corner shows you how brightly he started here.
79.
Sorry, boys, the coach is sticking to the glass.
That's all right, mate.
$59.
I'm finding trouble here. His throw is under threat again here. Paul Nicholson's been pretty clinical at the back end of a leg. And you're expecting, the way he's been playing, at least a turn here.
99.
99, that's enough to leave 90. And Aaron staring
60.
at a second breaker throw. Paul Nicholson, after a poor performance in his last out, there's no mood to mess around at the minute. And
Give him 2.
And that he is super clinical at the back end of the leg, and he proves it again there. Extends his lead to 3-0. 2 breaks a throw. 15, 13, 14 darts. You need an Aaron Monk away here.
$96.
10.
10 for Aaron. Up against it here. Reminder, Jenkins and Portela come next. Huckvale
81.
against Paul Nicholson. Aaron versus Portela. And Andy Jenkins ends the afternoon with Adam Hull.
99. Come on.
Potentially a straight shootout for the top spot if they both win their next 2 fixtures.
$140.
Yeah. Good score for Paul Nicholson, down to 184. Aaron straight back in there, though. The last dart sends to me. That's a good response from Aaron Monk. He needs a throw, and he's going to get a shot of 128 to break.
$168.
But under severe pressure again. Great setup play from the asset. This is just a great performance.
103.
And that's all Aaron's had, really. And he's staring at a 4-0 deficit here.
No score.
And I wonder if Paul Nicholson just had a glance and seen how well it signs when you see that average up. He was up around 110. Those missed darts have brought it down 6 points.
Gave him 3.
And Aaron gets the leg on the board. And it's a break. So he's still in touch here, Aaron Monk.
There we go. 60. Yep, 60.
Can't find a treble to start the leg. Paul's average still up towards 105. Should be 4-0 up though.
$140.
Impressive again for the asset.
41.
Has the darts now, courtesy of start treble for
100.
Ton.
$81.
yeah, Nicholson, courtesy of a slip into the one segment there, can't leave a finish, but Aaron being forced to hit 1040. He finds a ton, but Paul Nicholson, you'd say his favourite from here. 140 ideal.
$140.
And that's exactly what he's hit. And Paul Nicholson regroups after the errors in the last leg. Get more darts to go within one of
45.
victory. Top's coming in, and Aaron only hits 45, so he's back on 155.
Give me one.
And Paul Nicholson, impressive. Could have finished the last leg in 13 darts. He's finished that one in 13. He could potentially have won this game 5 in impressive style. It's still impressive. 4-1 with 106.67 average. Great performance from Paul Nicholson.
78.
He hasn't been churning his averages in day out this week. He's been up in the high 90s, early hundreds off occasions, and that's why he has been the runaway champion
60.
of Week 3's Icon of Darts Live League.
$100.
$95.
$96.
Paul Nicholson well to a 5-1 victory.
Yeah, 16.
On his way to a third consecutive defeat. He can still clinch second spot. And in all likelihood will. He beat Diogo Portela to make sure of it in his last victory.
43.
Still in this leg here.
Ton.
The turn brings him to within 2 of Paul Nicholson, but Paul Nicholson is 184 points away. Capping off what's been an impressive performance.
$100.
Now 84 points away.
121.
Credit Aaron Monk. He was well. The visits of a turn and turn 2-1 brings him back in it. But it is out of his hand. Paul Nicholson will get a match dart, you'd feel, at the bullseye minimum.
$59.
Doesn't find it, so Aaron to just prolong this match. I think he's gone in a 6.
Game of 3.
And he does tidy up really well. Aaron Monk Gets to within 2.
Come on, 95.
$58.
$95.
And Monk at 95 could still make Paul Nicholson throw out for this match.
140.
Paul had one matched out. That was at the bullseye. Aaron was waiting to pounce and
140.
did. Aaron finally getting into this match. Only time will tell if he's left it too late. He trails 4-2, but it is darts here.
44.
Ton.
Hey, to getting back within 1.
$95.
Every time. 51.
$64.
Monk for 4-3 now. And he does hit it. So Aaron back within 1. Spirited performance from Aaron Monk here, because things haven't been going his way at all today, but he dug against Adam Huckwale and it just couldn't get back into the game. He shows emotions a lot, Aaron Monk, but always 100%. Wants to win. He was impressive this week. We've seen him hit a 9 dart, and if he clinches second spot, he's got to look at this week as a real satisfactory week for him. He's played some brilliant stuff. It's been up and down, he'll admit that, but that's the stage he's at the minute. But more games. A talented performer, Aaron Monk.
100.
Had a great year on the tour last year, but courtesy of his first year, he just lost his tour card, but take a lot of positives.
100.
$100.
$125.
He's still digging away at Aaron Monk. Paul nailed himself with 6 darts at 161 to clinch victory. But knows here, Aaron can set up the 176, but Paul with 84 remaining. He may look at treble 16 here. Go for a 25 to leave a 2 darter.
25.
Paul Nicholson is about to get some match darts to cap off what's been a fine performance.
Give him 2.
And Paul Nicholson closes out victory. A quality performance from the asset. He's back to winning ways. He defeats Aaron Monk by 5 legs to 3, taking up his points haul to 30 points. Coming up next, we've got Andy Jenkins taking on Diogo Portela. And we welcome back today's table topper. Not the overall table topper, but he leads the league. He did. Paul Nicholson has just fired back with impressive victory. He's won 2 from 3. But it's in Andy Jenkins' hands. If he can close out a victory against Portela and Hugvale in his last 2 fixtures, he will be today's league phase winner. And that'll cap off a fine day's work for Andy, because it hasn't all gone his way this week.
25.
25. Outside.
Sounding board.
Andy Jenkins, who, as I said, has won 2 from 2. He beat Aaron Monk impressively and Paul Nicholson. And without doing too much of disservice to who's got left, these two have not found their best of form today. Experience a little bit of a little issue. Andy Jenkins is bored. So while we just get that addressed, take us long. Recap of what we've seen. Aaron Monk losing 5-3 to Andy Jenkins. Paul Nicholson defeated Diogo Taylor to seal victory and top the table. Hugvale be scrappy affair, 5 legs to 4. Andy Jenkins, we're about to see again in a minute, beat Paul Nicholson 5-2. Paul Taylor went down to Hugvale 5-2. We've seen an impressive performance by this week's champion.
Well, someone's
Paul
just chucked me out of video link, so I don't know. I at 25.
We're just trying to get.
I don't know what he get.
Yeah, I hit 25 and then I went outside. So
okay, so it's me to go, yeah?
Just Andy Jenkins and Portela deciding the ball. They're off and running in a minute. And Hugvale plays Nicholson next. Aaron Monk plays Jenkins and Hugvale. Could set up a winners takes all for today. Jenkins, if he can fail to beat Nicholson, but Hugvale's going to have to find an improvement in form. Credit to who's dug in. It's not.
25.
It's easy to just give in when things aren't going right. But Hugvale's grinded out 2 victories. Credit to him. And he could also cap off what's been a disappointing week with a good end, but plenty of work still to do. But we're off and running here. Andy Jenkins wins the bullseye and gets us underway.
$99.
24.
Yeah, Diogo, who's been a bit low par today, and too many 58s and 59s have cost him.
$59.
On cue, there it is, one of those 59s.
45.
A slow start for Andy Jenkins.
45.
140.
That's better from Jenks. Ocean. He's played in every Icons of Darts Live League 3 weeks. And his finishing stats above 40% in the first couple of weeks.
Name me 3.
There we illustrate goes Goodkins after a slow start.
83.
Gets the opening leg on the board.
137.
Warming to the challenge is Rocky. Jenkins
99.
has an outside chance of coming second.
66.
But he did have to claw some legs back today, and in fact needed a 26 leg swing because Aaron plus 19, Aaron minus 7.
$100.
4 victories will guarantee third spot in the league. They'll see him overtake James Hubbard. Aaron Monk can seal second if he can defeat Diogo in his last fixture of the night, but in all likelihood he probably will remain second.
83.
Aaron, who finished second last week behind Jason Askew, and that was a close there, but ultimately cost by the fact he lost all his matches to Jason Askew. Paul Taylor levels us up here. Impressive finish of his own, 1 leg apiece.
$79.
40.
137.
96.
And Jenks just pulling away his leg.
85.
And that's, I feel that's enough at the minute. Taylor needing big score just to get back in.
83.
Not enough, you feel. Andy Jenkins looking for a third consecutive hold. Throw, 1 for him, 1 for Diogo so far.
190.
And certainly this leg should be going away.
180.
Diogo pulls one back, but should be irrelevant.
No score. Double 15.
May not be irrelevant now. He's been on the receiving end of the 102 finish from Paul Nicholson and Jenkins today. But Taylor,
62.
yeah, surely treble 14s. You put a call on your second dart, bigger target
No.
with 2 darts in hand. Andy Jenks gets the leg on the board and leads again.
$85.
85.
84.
55.
Yeah, reminder, it gets underway at the earlier time tonight at 5:30. Does the inclusion of Fallon Sherrick. So 6 players in that group tonight. Martin Adams has finished, so we welcome back Boris Koltsov. So longer session, 15 matches tonight. Be sure to join us from 5:30 on dartshop.tv. It'll be Chris Mason calling all the action. We've already seen Phil Taylor join us as a guest on Wednesday night. He won 4 out of his 5 matches. Only Boris.
52.
Diogo just setting up and looking likely. Another comfortable holder throw here.
81.
One dart.
Paul last start from Jenks. And well, does level there. 2 legs all.
$137.
180.
And second maximum for Diogo. Is
60.
he going to derail opportunity to win 3 out of 3?
85.
Certainly having a good go here, Diogo. Digging in because he hasn't been plain sailing. Far from it today.
100.
60.
Minus one Sherrick
44.
five. She takes on Wessel Neiman. Probably a good fixture for Wessel Neiman to get underway with because he wants to concentrate on the league phase. He's got to chase Adams down. He's 2 points behind. He had a real good night last night. Results went his way. 4 wins, 1 from 4 for Wessel, none for Martin.
140.
And Wessel Neiman looking to finish top for the 2nd consecutive week. Taylor has a chance to break here. He's got to get a dart, a double. And it's tops.
76.
And he can't quite find. The closest we've come to seeing a breaker throw. Just there.
No score.
But Taylor gets another bite of the cherry because Andy slipped into the 5, go for double 5. So Diogo gets the break. He's 3-2. Can he hold throw just 2 more times to get his first win of today's session? That's a good start. It's as good as we've seen Diogo today.
99.
Uh, 54.
60.
3 previous meetings this week, Diogo has been trying his Andy. Andy winning their opening fixture on the first day.
77.
134.
And Andy, and he needed that. Maybe just starting to feel that this game's getting away from him. Dug in with that last finish.
81.
But Taylor down to 155. Jenks look to leave this handy though. 2. Taken that before.
$43.
Going in 3. Get in there.
And Andy breaks straight back. Good Daddy Jenkins. 6 legs played, 3 apiece. 1 breaker throw apiece, but Andy Jenkins has the advantage of throwing first.
140.
180.
Diogo fires in his 3rd maximum of the match.
Tom. 100.
He did hit 1 against Adam Huckvale.
John.
Well beaten by Paul Nicholson. Good performance from Paul, as it has been all week.
84.
seems to have upped the pace of his throw here. Finding that treble a bit
180.
more regularly, but Taylor finds a second maximum of the leg. Potential 11 darter
45.
incoming. Good response in the in. Good break of throw on the trot here.
Checking 3 darts.
And he does find the double 16 and restores the 1 leg advantage. Taylor 4-3 throwing for the match. Will be a third victory from 4 against Andy Jenkins this week. This is impressive from Taylor because he hasn't performed
140.
at all. He's really getting to grips of things in this match.
60.
$100.
But Taylor well on his way. Good start here. Already has a lead of 180.
Well, 60.
And this is
25.
poor visit from Diogo. Pushing, but offers Andy a little bit of hope.
85.
Andy does find his first treble with the last start. Closes the gap.
$60.
$86.
$125.
And Diogo brings himself down to 2 data. And this has been a good performance. 93
96.
and a half average for Taylor. And inflict the first defeat of the day on Andy Jenkins. Double 16.
8 left. 43.
So he goes inside. So 2 match darts missed for Diogo. Andy Jenkins now 114 to send us to a decider.
Game in 3. Get in there.
What a finish from Andy. That'll be a dagger for Diogo Taylor. 4 breakthrough on the chop. But Taylor has missed 2 match darts. But Andy Jenkins stays straight. Takes out the 140. He now in the deciding leg. It's only the second time we've done it
100,
today.
sorry. 100.
The other one featured Adam Huckford and Aaron Monk.
81.
Taylor must have thought the job was done. Slows it in the middle of that leg of 25, but he did get
85.
match darts. And he's not out of it yet, Diogo. He's broken Andy on the last 2 occasions, so still plenty of time for twisting in leg.
$60.
What's Diogo got here?
$97.
Picks off a treble. Good last start from Diogo. Keeps him in touch. This ain't over yet.
100.
Andy finds a treble the last start. Bit of nerves. We've already seen 2 match starts come and go for Diogo. Andy Jenkins is going to get 6 to wrap this up at 156.
42.
Like Diogo making heavy weather, but he does leave 114. And that's the finish that kept him in the match in the last leg.
180. Come on.
And poor Taylor finds fourth for the match, fifth for the match. He's got a clean finish. He's not going to. So more match darts coming for Diogo. Time at tops. He's had two already. Just steady himself. Last dart. He's missed four already. And he's missed 5 match darts. And surely now Andy Jelly his luck. Tops for the match.
Game in 2.
Andy Jenkins survives a massive scare. 5 match darts come and go for Diogo Taylor, but it's Andy Jenkins who wins his 3rd match out of 3 today. He can clinch top spot in today's. He beats Adam Huckwell in the last match. Coming up next, we see Adam Huckwell, who hasn't suffered defeat, taking on the overall champion, Paul Nicholson. overall champion Paul Nichols here against today's only undefeated player, Adam Huckville. He's won 2 from 2. The track that Andy Jenkins did win there, he's won 3 from 3. Huckvale victory here would set up a winner-takes-all for today's league phase with Andy Jenkins in the final match of the afternoon. But in terms of the overall champion, Paul Nichols
25.
has won with ease.
All the best, Nico.
You too, man.
A 10-point gap, 4 defeats for Paul Nicholson. He wins here. He finished on 32 points. 16 matches, that's some feat.
60.
$100.
Good to 71.
$140.
Yeah, and Paul Nicholson got his clinching victory early doors today. The first victory of the day against Diogo Portela was enough to seal the league best challenger in his opening match and hasn't won a match all day. He'll be back to face Diogo Portela in his last fixture. Diogo Portela is yet to win a game today, but he probably should have won that last game. Played some good stuff, Diogo, just couldn't get over the line with the match darts. And Andy Jenkins punished the errors to have his third win in succession today.
60.
$85.
$41.
Paul Nicholson looking to comfortably break through here. Has made a real slow start. He hasn't played great today. He's been grinding out results. And he's dropped the first leg on throw here. Paul Nicholson breaks in 5th darts.
$57.
$43.
Yeah, Huckvale needs to get to grips with this match ASAP. It's only a leg in, but we'll be concerned with how he started.
$78.
Come on. 100.
Turn for Adam, that's better. But he's played in patches. He's got 2 wins for. He'll recognise he hasn't played like he can, but
43.
sign of a good player if you can grind out wins when you ain't performing. Paul Nicholson, who won his first game against Diogo, was below par against Andy Jenkins. Then give himself a bit of a talking to, was impressive against Aaron. Aaron admitted he just couldn't cope with the scoring power of Paul Nicholson in that game.
80.
I want to bounce out there for Paul. So Huckvale was broken in the opening leg, looking to break back here.
126.
And he's going to get 2 darts to do so. May even get more, but Huckvale will return 58 regardless to level up this match.
140.
Brings Paul down to 103. Huckvale now. I was going to say, surely he's going to avoid the double 16. Hasn't been his friend. Not a lot of the doubles have, to be honest. That's been Huckvale's Achilles heel today. He just needed too many darts at a double. May still come back, but we have seen Paul take out 102 today. He ain't taking out 103. Huckvale to return.
63.
Game in 1.
And this time he does find the double. Huckvale levels up. Got to be a bit more clinical on the double. He's not going to be afforded 2 visits like that often against Paul Nicholson.
140.
1040 to start.
$47.
100.
It's a good turnaround from Huckvale because it was all first leg. Had his throw broken with relative ease, but he's broken straight back and it's a good start. So
100.
to give him some credit, he's been below par today, but it's all about results. And he's picked up to a 3rd win here. Like I said, sets up a winner takes all for today's league form phase with Andy Jenkins later on.
1, 2, 3.
Potential 11 darts of a Huckvale here.
Game in 3.
And it's a 12 dart leg, so good stuff from Huckvale. That was a good leg. And his best leg of the day. He leads 2-1, looking for a 3rd win on the spin.
$140.
Paul Nicholson isn't going to roll over. As I said, only suffered 4 defeats all week.
140.
Victory here for Huckvale will condemn Diogo Patela to the bottom of the table, and he will need to defeat Aaron Monk.
100.
James Hubbard has dropped 1 place to 4th. Andy Jenkins currently occupies 3rd spot. Can still finish second, but he would need a legs haul. We'll have to get that checked.
$140.
85.
Huckvale not going to rely on the spin, but by far the best passenger play we've seen from him today. He leads 2-1. His average up at round 91.
$140.
Huckvale gets himself down to 5th to be recounts. Nicholson will be aware that Huckvale's on a 2 dart himself. So 16 for the double now for Paul to level up. That's a good dart. Yeah, good. The second dart was perfect there for Paul. Used as a guide, and he levels up.
$60.
96.
57.
80.
You said Paul Nicholson looking to round off a fine week's work. Irrelevant of what happens here, still been a big week for Paul Nicholson. He's played some good stuff and comfortably won the league phase. No dramas today. He didn't want to let things escalate into a third or fourth game where he still needed those wins today. But it was all done inside the first hour of today's session.
100.
60.
Yeah, incidentally, Aaron Monk is assured of second spot in the league. A big swing legs was needed today for Andy.
100.
Despite winning 3 out of 3, his leg difference is still at -1. Despite losing 3, it's still at +14. It's still pretty healthy.
Oh, 80.
So Aaron Monk, despite a disappointing last day results-wise, will finish top.
No. 60.
Andy Jenkins will finish third. They're jockeying for position in the other one. Nothing James Hubbard could do to affect his position today. He's finished.
Oh, 64.
Huckvale misses a chance of a ton-plus finish. For a break again here, and Paul Nicholls to lead. One more dart
93.
in hand, and he makes it count. Paul Nicholson break. Didn't let the bullseye put him off, just refocus, because on the 25, you get the ball, but never straight for double four. He knew his route. A break for Paul Nicholson. He leads by 3 legs to 2.
One, 3, 1.
140.
Good stuff from Huckvale. To be fair, and this is what he's done today. He won't go away. He's going to make Paul Nicholson work for this victory.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's 95.
100.
Yeah, that gets pulled down to a 147. Huckvale.
87.
Not sure why he did that, to be honest. 19 with the first dart. Maybe, yeah, confused. But there we are, no finish.
95.
Paul returns. Gave Paul a cushion there. Huckvale coming back down the board now. $20 for double 16 for a 4-2 lead.
Dealing 2.
And he does make it a 4-2 lead. Paul Nicholson, one away and completing his third victory from 4 and capping off a fine work.
134.
$51.
140.
It's good from Huckvale. Starts the leg with 134, 140. Got to make Paul Nicholson throw out the match. What you say, force your opponent to work for victory. And if your opponent then goes out in 12 in the next leg, well, then fair play. But don't surrender your throw. Give them an easy ride. Huckvale's not doing that here.
99.
$140.
Nicholson just staying in touch, but Huckvale,
Gaining
number
3.
4. Good stuff from Huckvale. Acknowledged by Paul Nicholson. 2-12 darters for Huckvale. Brings us to 5-3.
$43.
And Huckvale, who made his decision early into a combination, he wasn't messing around with the ball.
78.
$81.
Only 81 for Paul. So Huckvale looking to force a deciding leg.
59.
Importantly, he'd have the throw. Needs some big scores, or just give himself some breathing space.
$100.
10 for the asset. Like I said, this is the best Huckvale's played today. His average above 93, above Paul Nicholson's now. Come down about.
$100.
140 will leave Huckvale a finish, albeit a biggie. Got to keep chipping away.
$57.
The treble, so breathing space for Paul Nicholson to close out victory. 6 starts minimum if he needs him. Well, he will do. He's on 177.
97.
That leaves 8. Paul Nicholson will return and have a match start.
$97.
97 was better finish, but Paul Nicholson won't feel under massive pressure going for this 80. We have seen his 1-2 in the last leg pressure. The 150, if he gets a go, will be to save the match, and that's serious pressure.
$60.
And he is going to get a go. Will he go to 19s? Will it be the treble 20? Huckvale just steadied himself. And he did elect for the 2 treble 19s, but the execution wasn't there.
86.
Brings him to 64, but Could be all academic. Paul Nicholson. And clinches a 5-3 victory. Inflicts the first defeat of the day on Hugvale. Paul Nicholson ends his campaign. He finishes top. Only suffered 4 defeats all week and is the deserved icon of darts league table topper. Congratulations, the asset. Our campaign against the Yogo 10. Final match for both these players coming up. Confirmation, Aaron second. Will finish third. That's where Diogo Portela finishes. Diogo started today on 14 points. Andy Jenkins has overtaken him. Adam Huckvale has drawn himself level. So a defeat for Portela here and a victory for Huckvale will condemn Portela to bottom spot. James Hubbard currently sits in fourth spot.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Just a little issue for Aaron Monk and Diogo Portela before we get up and running here.
George? Hold on, mate. 2 seconds.
So a recap of what we've seen. Aaron Monk opened today with a 5-3 defeat. Nicholson beat Portela 5-1. Huckvale defeated Aaron Monk 5-4. Andy Jenkins beat Paul Nicholson 5-2. That was only Paul's fourth defeat of the week. Impressive stuff. Huckvale beat Diogo Portela. Nicholson then beat Aaron Monk, which is a good performance to bounce back for Paul, 5-3. And Andy Jenkins beat Diogo 5-4, survived 5 match darts. And we've just seen Paul Nicholson finish his campaign with a victory against Adam Huckvale. Congratulations to the asset. He has topped the Icons of Darts Live League. And we're waiting to get underway here with Aaron Monk versus Diogo Portela, and then Andy Jenkins and Adam Huckvale will end the afternoon's proceedings.
Hello, I can hear you, but it's just my headphones. It literally just cancelled out. Let's just go. I can hear you, yeah, but I'm just scared it might say power off, like it just did then. Let me just put them in.
Yeah, just waiting to get underway.
Hello?
Confirmation tonight. The Night of the Darts welcomes Fallon Sherritt to the field. She gets underway at 5:30 against Wessel Neiman. Wessel Neiman is looking to become overall champion.
Oh, that's fine. I'll put this in. That'll be fine. If you can hear me, it's good. All right, let's go.
And Aaron Monk now will throw for the bullseye. Just a bit of an issue there, but we are good to go.
Bullseye.
Outside.
As it stands in the league positions, we've got our top 4 spots decided.
54.
James Hubbard will finish 4th.
60.
Andy Jenkins will finish 3rd. Aaron Monk will finish 2nd. Paul Nicholson will finish top. Portela is currently 2nd from bottom and could still finish bottom. If he wins here, though,
140.
it should be enough because of his better leg
28.
difference. But a defeat here and a victory for Adam Huckvale will condemn Portela to the bottom of the table. Monk looking to take something from this last day. Hasn't gone to plan. Hasn't performed like he can. Very inconsistent. But this is a brighter star for Aaron. And Diogo will still be kicking himself. 5 match darts to defeat Andy Jenkins. This is a bright start.
28.
Yeah, Monk can't finish in 15 darts, but will return. Potela well back on 257.
36.
So
Game
Aaron Monk
in
with a
one.
good cushion and holds throw. Better start for Aaron Monk.
$99.
And positive signs. Aaron Monk's first time he's won the opening leg of a match today. So can he lead from the front here?
60.
And all these players get a well-earned day off and we resume on Monday. The field's still yet to be announced. Keep an eye on the MODUS Twitter feed. MODUS DARTS 180 of all details of players competing next week.
$45.
Sloppy start to the match from Diogo Potela. Is he still dwelling on that defeat against Andy Jenkins? Well, credit to him, he played well. Probably should have got over the line, but fantastic 114 from Andy Jenkins, and then he completed the comeback with a 60 finish to close out victory, and he's looking for 4 wins from 4.
$60.
$59.
Taylor leaves the finish first, but Aaron will still fancy himself from here, 189. But he's going to aim to leave this handy, and he is going to. That's 120 scored.
165.
And he leaves it very handy. Aaron Monk, great setup to leave 24.
Oh, 136.
But Taylor just misses double 16. That would have been a great finish, and that would have hurt Aaron Monk. Aaron Monk for a 2-leg lead.
12.
Doesn't take advantage. So that great setup shot wasted from Aaron Monk. And Potela gets another bite. This time at double 8.
Checking 3 darts.
And Potela levels up the match. Aaron be kicking himself. Great setup play, but couldn't find that.
137.
$93.
$99.
$78.
Yeah, good switch in from Diogo. This will be a tester's leg for Aaron. Just got to forget about what's happened in the previous leg. He openly said that the first leg
82.
cost him against Andy Jenkins. He should have broke with ease and been off and running, but then he couldn't get that out of his head, and Andy went on to win comfortably.
97.
$100.
Turn gets Aaron down to finish first here again. Massive difference in the averages at the minute.
100.
$16 for the ball for Aaron. No, he went for the ball for double
43.
8. Yeah, takes the gamble that Diogo won't take out 133, and I'd say it's a good gamble at this stage. But Diogo did almost hit a 152.
93.
Can't hit the 133, but
Game in 2.
152 is an easier finish than the 133. No switching. But Aaron, the gamble pays off. he goes back in front.
$140.
$140.
Both players open leg 4 with 140s apiece.
$140.
But Taylor again with a 140. Aaron looking to crown off his campaign, which has been a good campaign this
100.
week with a win. We've seen him clinch second spot. We've seen a 9 darter from him. And that was against James Hubb, and he finished with 108 average.
85.
$60.
So Taylor can just set up here.
46.
He doesn't set up brilliantly, but we'll get a go at 90. Can Aaron produce a similar setup as he did, just to add pressure in leg 2? But he failed at the double there, and he's got to find the treble
Aaron,
here.
59. Great.
Only 59.
Yeah, getting shot in 3 dots.
Diogo does finish the 90. 4 legs played, 4 legs on throw. Aaron did have a stab, well, more than a stab, 3 darts at a double
140.
to win the second leg, which would have been on the Brazilian's throw. But since then, Diogo's looked pretty comfortable.
36.
One more match remains in the Icons of Darts Live League at the conclusion of this
66.
one. Andy Jenkins looking to wrap up 4 wins from 4 on the final day as he takes on Adam Huckvale. That follows the conclusion of this match.
93.
Aaron, mate. 84.
Paul Taylor, as we said, looking for victory, his first of the day. Both these
51.
players looking for their first victory of the day, but the victory for Taylor will probably ensure he doesn't finish bottom of the table. Currently level with Huckvale. That's a better
96.
leg difference.
$41.
Monk, comfortable again in this leg, 115 points away from moving back in front. What would be a 5th leg on throw?
Game of 3.
And he does hit a 115. Good stuff from Aaron Monk, 15 dart leg. He now leads 3-2.
$180.
But Taylor finds the first maximum of the match.
59.
Now we head in for a last leg decider. We've seen 2 already today, and they
84.
both involve these players. Monk against Huckvale and Taylor against Jenkins. And Taylor should have won that match, but couldn't get over the line.
85.
Jenkins has played well today.
$93.
Taylor now. Both
96.
players holding comfortably. 144.
$40.
40 scored. Offering Aaron a little outside chance. No, not,
81.
not now. Apart from those 3 darts that Aaron Monk has had at a double, we haven't really
84.
Seen any threats since then of a breaker throw? Players being allowed to just set up their shot. You see the 115 finish from Aaron Monk.
100.
20 for the Ogo to level us up again.
Checking 2 darts.
And he hits it with his second dart, and we're level again, 3 apiece.
$100.
134.
Taylor opens up with a 134.
123.
Comes Monkey.
$119.
Good visit again from Taylor. Is this the chance he's been looking for?
134.
Aaron switching well again there.
43.
A slip from Diogo, and again, this is what's been happening. The player throwing first has been in a position of comfort, just really to set up the shot. 79 remains.
86.
Running treble 7 on his last start, but Aaron returns.
59.
Tops, 7 legs on throw, and it is 7 legs on throw. Aaron Monk restores the lead to 4-3. Reminder coming up. Now last match, Andy Jenkins takes on Adam Huckvale. Andy Jenks has won 3 from 3. Looking to make it 4 from 4 and end the campaign.
25.
And it looks like we're going to a deciding leg here. Breathing space for Diogo already.
60.
$96.
60.
This does go to the deciding leg. The pressure's on Aaron because he's had the big chance to break through. Hit 165 to leave double 12.
59.
In the second leg of the match and failed. And it looks as if we are heading into that deciding leg.
87.
Taylor down to a finish, and only a 180 leaves Aaron a finish here.
Yeah, 125. Good.
He slips of his last start there. Aaron Monk, 196 plays 160, but he's still in with a shot here. If Taylor mess around with this 160, he's just got a straight turn he'd take. And here's a straight turn. Aaron's just got to apply the pressure. He's going to round off with a 134 on race. No, he slipped into the 7, so bit of an error there, but Taylor, 20 for tops. And he pulled that second dart below the first dart, so double 10.
40.
And he can't quite find Monk to crown victory here. Tops for a 5-3 win, his first of the day. And Aaron Monk does crown victory. He condemns Diogo Taylor to a 4th defeat on the trot. Aaron's up and running for today with 1 win from 4. He finishes 2nd overall in the Icons of Darts Live League. But we see Andy Jenkins looking to cap off 4 wins from 4. Here's Adam Huckvale in our last match of the day, and that's coming up in just a couple of minutes. about to get underway in our last match. Icons of Darts Live League. Looking to end this campaign in style. He's been pretty convincing. He did Diogo Taylor, but he's played well today. Put some spirited performances in.
25.
It's been a bit scrappy. 2 from 3. Good win here. Climb off the bottom of the table. Above Diogo Taylor.
Oh, this one.
And Aaron Monk, we've just seen then, ends his campaign with a win, finishes second.
41.
Andy Jenks will finish third. James Hubbard will finish fourth. The only jockeying for position is between Diogo and Adam Huckvale.
95.
Diogo currently is fifth. Will finish bottom if Adam can defeat Andy.
96.
60.
Then a Night of the Darts returns at the earlier time,
140.
5:30, because that includes Fallon Sherrick. 6 players playing tonight, 15 matches.
100.
Andy Jenks, though, dodged some match darts. 5, in fact, from Diogo
84.
in his last match. Is that bit of luck he needed to just finish in style with 4 wins from 4?
100.
100. Sorry. Yeah, 100. Sorry.
Quayle sets up the shot. Or a holder throw. If Andy can't get rid of the 146. And he can't. So Huckvale
95.
it's 40 for Huckvale for the opening leg.
Came in 2.
And it is opening hold for Adam Huckvale. He leads by a leg to 0 here.
One hundred.
180.
There's maximum for Adam Huckvale.
85.
3 wins from 4 for Adam would be his best points haul in a day in this week's Icon of Darts Live League. So
100.
would allow him to end on a high as well.
85.
57.
Huckvale down to 126. Check 164. Huckvale. On the scoreboard
83.
there. We may look starting the treble 19s, Adam. He has done. The execution he wanted,
104.
but rounds off to leave 60. And he's going to get a goal to
100.
Huckvale for the break-in to lead 2-0.
Oh, 20.
And doesn't take his chance. That's happened on too many occasions for Adam today. 16 for the double. To level up, Andy, what's that?
32.
And misses. Huckvale's going to get more chances.
Game in 1.
And he does convert this time. Huckvale opens up a 2-leg gap. He holds throw.
120.
140.
95.
'Jenks looking to fire
60.
straight back with a break of his own here.
96.
100.
58.
Could have done with a treble there, Adam Huckvale, just to consolidate that break. Himself some breathing space.
130.
58.
63.
More missed chances for Andy. Can Huckvale jump in for a third leg on the spin?
Oh, Adam, 42.
And he can't. Chances for both players. Adam did the hard way, got the treble.
No score.
And he's going to get more chances. Sloppy stuff from Andy Jenkins. Huckvale for 3-0.
Game in 1.
And he hits it, so Huckvale opens up a 3-leg cushion. And he's got the darts as well. So 2 breaks a throw needed for Andy Jenkins in this match.
140.
81.
100.
54.
Jenks
100.
needs this leg just to stay in touch. Get a first leg on the ball with a holder throw.
123.
105.
140.
140 for Huckvale. He's down to 103, so James got to be careful here if he doesn't take the 56. He doesn't, so Huckvale is going to get a chance for a 4-leg lead here. Still a bit of work to do, but 1 treble.
Oh, 63.
And he got the treble as well, not the double. Jenks, though, has been shaky on the doubles.
Game in 2.
And he does find it on this occasion. Andy Jenkins is on the board.
$137.
Switch in from Adam. Reminder, he wins here. He'll finish in 5th
45.
spot, condemning Diogo to the bottom of the table. That's the only switch in positions that can happen after this match. Everything else confirmed. Paul Nicholson's run away with the league, 32 points.
85.
Aaron second on 22 points. Andy currently on 18, tied with James Hubbard, but has a better leg difference. An even defeat here ain't going to hamper him too much. He will finish in third spot.
180.
Andy fires back with his first 180 in the match, but doesn't need a finish. Huckvale need a ball.
61.
Yeah, he went for the ball. And with the way he's been on finishing today, it
85.
might be worth him just setting up there. 9 for double 8.
Game in 2. 3, sorry.
And Adam Huckvale now 4-1 lead. He's one hole to throw from completing a third victory of the day. What will be his best points hole in a day this week? Andy Jenkins, who won 3 from 4. Could have topped the league phase, but it will be Paul Nicholson who tops today's league phase.
97.
Huckvale gets the job done here.
57.
140.
97.
100.
100.
45.
Jenks has a dart to prolong the match. Huckvale though 150 for the match. Another one of them. 36 to end in style.
114.
And he just misses. What an effort from Adam Huckvale. Could have clinched the 5-1 victory. So he's had a match dart. And Jenks has survived a few of them already today against Diogo. And he prolongs his match. It's 4-2 now. But Huckvale has the insurance of throwing for the match here. And if there's escalating to the deciding leg, he'll have it then. But he'll be eager to get it done here.
58.
140.
'Jenks starts this leg well. He's not done yet.
57.
And 6 starts.
137.
For the match. 5 my deal with Huckvale, and Andy Jenkins has wrestled the throw away now. Andy Jenkins rally earlier on in the week with 3 legs down against James Hubbard. He trailed 4-1 here. Can he rally again?
44.
100.
60.
60 scored. So Jenks is down to Shanghai, but Huckvale,
99.
chance to leave this handy. Can Andy Jenks tops to keep this match alive? And he does. Quality finishing again from Andy Jenkins. We saw him keep a match alive with 114 earlier on against Port Taylor. He's done it here with Shanghai on 20s and looking to send this to a decider.
$140.
140 away for Andy. So Huckvale's had a match start to win 5-1.
58.
And the match carries on.
100.
$93.
96.
58.
58 scored.
Jinxie. 43.
100.
Turn for Huckvale. Can he get it done in this leg, or is Andy Jenkins going to
92.
send this to the decider? 92 score.
64.
32 incoming here for Andy Jenkins. For 3 legs on the trot.
Mate. 24.
Oh, he doesn't. So Huckvale, outside chance to clinch the match in this leg. He's had 1 dart already. Treble 20 will give him a dart at the bull for another dart.
88.
Yeah, he doesn't find the treble. Found the bull actually the last dart, but couldn't find the treble 20. So Andy's got to be wary now, though. Huckvale waiting on tops. Oh, that's well away. Double 2.
6.
And he misses. So Adam Huckvale to end his campaign with 3 wins from 4. Tops for the 5-3 victory. And Adam Huckvale clinches victory by 5 legs to 3 against Andy Jenkins. He ends his campaign with 3 from 4. But the outright winner was Paul the Asset Nicholson. He dominated proceedings this week in the Icons of Darts Live League and he topped the table by a clear 10 points. Join us again on Dart Shop TV from the earlier time at 5:30 tonight where Fallon Sherritt gets involved as it's 6 games to be played tonight, ball players. So join us then at 5:30.